Motorcycle taxis are just a fact of life, where we're in cities that were built for 20,000 people. Now they have 2 million people on top of them. If you're going to talk realistically about escaping congestion, then motorcycle taxis are just really one of the only ways forward. They are the best way to get from point A to point B. They're fast, they're cheap, they're easy to operate, and they're able to escape the increasingly bad traffic jams that are found in East Africa. And when you actually go out on the streets, the convenience of them is just seen in their incredible numbers, where they're just everywhere. They're the most popular way to get around. My name is Barrett Nash. I'm the co-founder of Rwanda-based Safe Motos. My co-founder, Peter, myself, first had the idea for Safe Motos in June of 2014. It was a pretty ridiculous idea at the time, where we were thinking about having helmets with GPS chips in them and things. And then we gradually iterated and became more formalized until we were approached by a startup accelerator focusing on innovative transportation issues based out of Ireland. They approached us and said that they really liked what we were doing, and if we were to apply, there'd be a good chance we'd get in. We applied, we got in, and the condition was that we'd have to be doing the Safe Motos 100%. So we got accepted in that in January of 2015, and since then both my co-founder and myself have been doing Safe Motos 100%. So while we definitely are heavily influenced by the Uber model, we're quite different in that we actually don't demand exclusivity from our drivers. We work with pre-existing motorcycle taxi drivers with the idea that we're increasing customers to them. And what we do is we want our drivers to be exceptional. So we demand them to have at least 3 years experience. We have them come to our office, and we have an entire battery of different metrics we test them on. But ultimately, the highest way we test them is using our core functionality of our app, which actually measures how you drive by taking smartphone data. And we need them to be above a certain threshold, which is 90 in our risk model, for them to be accepted as a Safe Motos driver. We believe currently we're the most widely used moto-taxi ride-sharing application on the continent of Africa. We've had about 2,200 downloads and 600 registrations, and have just passed in the last few days our 3,000th trip. And our goal is that by the end of January, early February, we'd like to be doing about 1,000 rides per day. The fact is, though, that governments hate motorcycle taxis because they're a bad story. They're a disproportionate amount of crime. And in many cities, they ban motorcycle taxis from city center just because they're a bad story, they're a negative. What Safe Motos is really excited about is that we can make motos into a good story. And we've been having really great conversations with the Kigali City Council, the Ministry of ICT, the Ministry of Infrastructure, that is just so excited because we're giving them power to actually make motorcycle taxis, which is something that really they also themselves acknowledge as being necessary. We're able to give them more control. We're able to make them into a good story. The future is going to be defined not by what happens in America or Europe. The future is going to be defined by the fastest growing economic and population region in the world. You know, right here in Africa. Rwanda, in my opinion, is just the best place on the continent of Africa for launching innovative ideas. Safe Motos isn't doing anything new. What we're doing is we're mixing Uber with African motorcycle taxis with American insurance telematic data. These are just 3 things that didn't exist, and we just bring them together. But to be able to be influenced by all these different things and kind of cook your own recipe with ingredients that have worked other places, I think you'll be able to really make some magic happen.